Hey guys, it's Aaron and welcome back to the House of Aaron. Alright you guys, it's Aaron. Welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. Today we have a great video because we have an update on Andrew Gillum and everything that's going on. Okay, the blogger, YouTuber, Funky Dineva is spilling a lot of tea. Okay, he's slick exposing Andrew Gillum. So we have to get into that. Also, we're going to talk about the 2020 presidential candidates. Okay, we got to talk about the 2020 race. Who is winning? Who is losing? It's not looking good for Bernie Sanders. And I have not given you guys an obsession in like forever. Okay, so we're going to get into some obsessions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and let's get straight into the video. All right, you guys. So today's video is not going to be super long. It's not going to be super dragged out. I don't have a lot of receipts and pictures and pop-ups. Okay, like how I usually do. It's going to be a nice little update on this Andrew Gillum story. So this is my fourth video, I feel like, in a row where I've talked about Andrew Gillum because I've been giving little tidbits and updates in every single video because I don't know what it is about this story, but I'm just fascinated by it. And partly it's because I like Andrew Gillum, but partly it's because I'm disappointed in him and really want him to address the real issues. If you don't know already, Andrew Gillum was a former candidate for governor in Florida. He lost to a guy in Florida named DeSantis, and now he's a CNN contributor. He's a rising star in the Democratic Party, and he's become really, really popular. He has a wife and 3 kids, just for context, and he was found in a Miami hotel room with 2 other men. Okay, one man was a gay male escort, and he was found to be overdosed on crystal meth. Police barged in on the situation. They witnessed the men being half naked, and they also found blood and feces on the hotel bed. So it's just a really messy story. Since then, Andrew has came out with a statement. He said that he's dealing with alcoholism. After he lost the governor's race, he's been dealing with depression. I mean, I guess I could kind of understand that. Like, if I lost a big race like that, would I be a little bit depressed? Like, of course. But at the same time, I feel like his career has skyrocketed since he lost the governor's race. Like, I feel like a lot of people know who he is. He has a job on CNN where he's on TV every other week. And so on one hand, I get being depressed about losing the race, but on the other hand, losing the race was the best thing to happen to you. Y'all know, like on American Idol, that most of the time the winners aren't the big stars. It's the people who lose who become bigger stars than the winner. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like that was the case with Andrew Gillum. He became a big star after he lost. So that whole depression after losing the race, I don't know if I completely buy that, but whatever. He's blaming his alcoholism on the depression. But the thing about it is, we're not worried about his alcoholism. We're not worried about whether he was doing crystal meth or not. Well, we kind of are, but we are more so worried about why were you in the room with these 2 strange men, one being a gay male escort. Okay, so that is what is the question of the hour. Like, Andrew Gillum, what the hell is going on? This story is developing just a little bit more because blogger Funky Dineva was spilling a lot of tea. So Funky Dineva is a blogger, YouTuber, if you don't know. He talks about a whole bunch of shit. Check his YouTube channel out. I really like him and I've been following his career for a really long time now. He's really, really smart. With that being said, he did a video on this whole Andrew Gillum situation and he brought in a lot of good context that you normally wouldn't hear when it comes to a story like this because he, I guess, knew Andrew Gillum personally. He worked on 2 of his campaigns for city commissioner back in Tallahassee way back in the day when Funky Dineva went to, I believe, Florida State University and Andrew Gillum was attending Florida A&M, aka FAMU. He could kind of speak to what Andrew Gillum was like back in the day. And according to Funky Dineva, there were rumblings, okay, rumblings of Andrew Gillum being gay way back then, okay? And I'm assuming that this was the early 2000s. Y'all, it's getting good, okay? I'm gonna be referencing an article from Media Takeout. It says, Andrew is currently married with 3 children, and when news of this hit social media, rumors began swirling that Andrew may be living a secret gay life. That's what we all want to know. Are you living a secret gay life, okay? We don't care about the meth. We don't care about the alcohol. We really don't care about the rehab. Shout out to you for going to rehab, for the alcoholism or whatever, but are you living a secret gay life? And if you are, does your wife know about it? Andrew attended Florida A&M University, and popular blogger Funky Dineva attended neighboring Florida State University. Dineva is openly gay, claims that he is a longtime friend and supporter of Andrew. Funky Dineva drops a bomb in his video, and I'm gonna link his video down below so that you guys can watch it because it's really, really interesting. He drops so much context and talks about it in a way that's really informational but very, very entertaining and slick, kind of messy. Okay, this shit is messy as hell. He claims that when the 2 attended the Tallahassee universities, there were rumblings that Andrew was gay back then. I'm assuming this is the early 2000s. Funky Dineva explained to his fans, in quote, There were rumblings back when we were in college that Andrew Gillum was gay. He added, I'm not saying the man was gay, straight, or bisexual, but anybody who was in Tallahassee at that time, if they say they didn't hear rumblings about Andrew being gay, they is a goddamn lie. Okay, so it has been rumored that Andrew Gillum is gay for a moment now, for a while now. And let me just put out this disclaimer real quick. This is not me or Funky Dineva or anybody else trying to out Andrew Gillum. The only reason why stuff like this is coming out is because Andrew Gillum compromised his own image and own reputation by being found in a hotel room with illegal drugs and a gay male escort, okay? Andrew has called this man a friend, but I feel like that's way too vague and it's way too general. Like, girl, what's really going on? How do you know this man? Where did you meet him? And why were you in the hotel room with him with illegal drugs? Okay. I also found out via Funky Dineva and the young lady from For Harriet. I'll link her video down below too because it's really interesting. She adds a lot of context to the story too, that meth is a huge popular party drug within the LGBTQ community, especially amongst the white gays, okay? And that is something as a gay person that I never knew, okay? And apparently there is some type of science behind it to where it helps you last longer as a bottom, and it helps you, I guess, just open up and become more comfortable. I hear that when you're on meth, okay, as a bottom, you can last for a really long time. Okay, that's just what I hear. But I never knew that that was a party drug within the LGBTQ community, that is really popular. So you have a popular drug, okay, that a lot of white gays use. You have a gay male escort, and you're in Miami, a poppin' city, doing this shit undercover, okay? Y'all know that song, Undercover Superstar, okay? Andrew Gillum is a political superstar, and he's doing some undercover shit, okay? This is not For Harriet outing him out. This is not Funky Dineva outing him out. This is not House of Aaron outing him out. We would not be talking about this if Andrew did not put himself in that compromising situation. My thing is, you can do what you want with a gay male escort all you want to. I don't really care if you like to get drunk or not, okay? You know what I'm saying? I love to get a little bit tipsy, okay? Y'all should have seen me on my birthday. It was a whole hot ass mess. I have a birthday vlog coming very, very soon on my channel, Life of Aaron, if you want to check out my personal life. But yeah, I love getting drunk every now and then again, okay? And everybody has their vices. I really don't care what people do in their personal lives. My thing is, you have 3 kids and a wife. I hope you are not betraying them. If you are doing things like this, I want to know, does your wife know about it? Does your family know about it? I want to know if you are doing this against your family's wishes, or do you and your wife have some type of arrangement? Is she okay with you hanging out with gay male escorts and drinking into the oblivion and being in spaces where there are illegal drugs? Is she okay with that? Because honestly, do what you gotta do as far as drugs. Do what you gotta do as far as alcohol. Do what you gotta do to get one off. But what about your family, okay? What about your political career? What are the implications that this is gonna have on your career? And this is the question that I want to, preface to you guys. Do you think that Andrew Gillum can come back from this? And if so, how is he going to go about this? Because this is literally going to stain his political career for I don't know how long, because I don't think Democrats are as forgiving as Republicans, okay? I feel like in today's climate, as far as Trump being president, Republicans have no morals, okay? I'm not going to say all Republicans, but I'm just going to say in general, as far as Washington, D.C. is concerned, it seems like to me that Republicans don't have a lot of morals because they have let this president get away with a lot of stuff. They have defended and endorsed candidates in the Republican Party in these different states who have sexually abused young women. They have literally defended liars and racists and abusers. And so I feel like the Republican Party has lost its moral ground on that point. So because the Republicans are so off the rail here in 2020, I feel like Democrats have kind of stepped up and become that party of morals and family values. And because Democrats want to be so morally righteous, every time a Democrat does something bad, it's automatically a career suicide. It's automatically no, okay? You can't be president, you can't be goddamn governor, you can't be senator, you can't be a House of Rep, you can't be city council member, you can't be school board, you can't do none of that shit because you have a scandal looming over you. And we already know that that's going to happen. I feel like, let's just say for president, you know, this presidential election coming up, anything that comes out about Trump is going to be forgiven, and it's going to be like, oh, well, we knew he was like this anyways. If anything comes out in this election cycle when it comes to Joe Biden, it's gonna be a bigger deal, okay? Speaking of, let's get into our next topic. Joe Biden, I think it's 99.99999% accurate for me to say that he is going to become the Democratic nominee for president for the 2020 cycle. I'm very disappointed because I feel like as a voter, personally, as a voter, I did not have a say in this because Georgia was supposed to vote on March 24th. And because of this coronavirus, I feel like everything is being pushed back and being postponed and canceled and all this type of stuff. And so I didn't get to vote for who I wanted to vote for. Initially, I was going to vote for Marianne Williamson because that's my bitch. Okay. She wants to bring back a sense of spirituality and love into Washington, D.C. And I was all here for her cause. And I even donated to her campaign. I had never donated to a political campaign before. And then Marianne Williamson came onto the scene and I was just in love. But I didn't get a chance to vote for her before she dropped out. Then I was like, okay, I'm going to vote for Elizabeth Warren. Then Elizabeth Warren just started losing steam. She couldn't win no goddamn vote. She couldn't get no delegates. The bitch was stuck between a rock and a hard place. So then she dropped out. So I'm like, okay, my next best option. Okay, I didn't really fuck with Bernie like that. I mean, I like him, but he was my third choice. I can't even vote for crazy Bernie because Joe Biden is winning up all the motherfucking states. I feel so gypped. I feel like, how can this guy, Joe Biden, become the nominee before I even vote? I feel like I was just totally left out of the process and I'm not here for it. And I think this is a whole scheme that Todd set up to come with us with the bullshit. With that being said, Joe Biden is going to become the nominee. I'm super disappointed, but at the end of the day, as an independent, okay, because I think I'm like an independent Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Democrat because I feel like my views and passions align with their views. At the same time, I don't really be fucking with the Democrats like that all the time because they be doing and saying some stupid ass shit. So in that respect, I'm an independent. But with that being said, as an independent Democrat, that doesn't even make sense. But y'all get what I'm saying. I'm going to vote for Joe Biden if it comes down between him and Trump, because I will be damned if I ever vote for Trump or not vote at all. But all I have to say is this president is, doing press conferences, calling this a Chinese virus and all this type of shit. And the reason why America is in the place that it's in is because his dumbass administration didn't want to get on the coronavirus back in December. Okay, the Chinese was getting their shit together in December. They discovered it in December and they said, bitch, we need to get our shit together because this is going to become a bigger issue than any of us could ever imagine. Okay, and Trump did not listen to nobody. He did not care. He waited to the last damn minute to ever do anything about this shit. Okay, with that being said, he's an incompetent dumbass and he's not fit to be president and the bitch is a racist, okay? Joe Biden looks like a saint. He looks like a perfect man. Joe Biden looks like Jesus compared to Trump, who is basically the devil. Tell me what you guys think about that in the comments. Was Joe Biden your choice or did you want someone else to be the Democratic nominee? I didn't realize that this whole episode of House of Aaron was going to be so politicized until I turned on the camera. But last but not least, I did want to share an obsession with you guys before we get out of here, which is also political. If you have not seen it already, Hillary Clinton has a documentary on Hulu. It's a 4-part documentary about her life, but it also follows her throughout the 2016 campaign. And you guys, when I tell you I love this documentary because it really gives you a lot of insight into what a presidential campaign is like. And I loved it. I love these political documentaries. So if you haven't checked it out already, Hillary, the documentary on Hulu is so great. You get to learn a lot about Hillary Clinton. I feel like she's so misunderstood and you'll just get to understand her more as a person. Go ahead and check that out. Other political documentaries you should check out. The Final Year is the Barack Obama documentary about Barack Obama's last year in office. That's a good one. I recently did watch this movie on Hulu called The Brink. It's about Steve Bannon, who's a Republican right-wing strategist for the Trump administration. I thought that was interesting too. It was kind of weird, but you can kind of see the inner workings of a right-wing strategist. It's really interesting. So go ahead and check that out as well. All right, you guys, that's all that I have for today. Thank you for joining me for this episode of House of Aaron. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I want to know what you guys think about all of what we talked about in the comments down below. What do you think about Andrew Gillum? Can he make a comeback? There are rumblings of him back in the day being gay. Do we think that's true or not? I feel sorry for that man, because I feel like he's a great person, but Andrew, you just got caught up. How do we feel about Joe Biden versus Trump? Do we need justice for Bernie Sanders? I feel like Bernie Sanders just got the short end of the stick. All right, you guys, love you. Don't forget to create a great day.